And speaking of goals, if you are determined to get better organized over the holidays, if that's your goal, or maybe into the new year, look no further. ShelfGenie transforms the way in which you use the space in your home with their custom shelving solutions. Alan Regala of ShelfGenie is here now with me. Happy holidays, my friend.
Happy holidays, Amity.
You know, hopefully our friends out there have seen some of the amazing work that you've done, but just for anyone who may just be tuning in, tell us what ShelfGenie does.
ShelfGenie designs, builds, and installs custom storage solutions for the home. So we take spaces that are super frustrating and hard to get to and not enough storage space and disorganized, and we turn them into amazing functioning spaces that bring joy to everyday life.
It's literally, you say it like that, but really it changes just your feeling in your home. You're not frustrated when you go in the kitchen. How can it bring us joy during the holidays?
Oh, there's so many ways that we can bring joy throughout the holidays, especially when people are cooking, especially for their families.
Yes.
And they're going into spaces in the kitchen that are just weird and hard to get. A lot of seasonal things. It happened in a space like a blind corner cabinet, for example.
Like here, there's a blind corner cabinet.
So this is a space where you have, it goes in and it cuts over to the side, and it's so hard to get to anything in the back without getting on your hands and knees and just crawling in there.
Right.
And so we have this great solution where we have a glide out that comes out forward for all the things you use on a regular basis. And when you want to get to that back space in the corner, you just slide it over and you're able to actually get to it without crawling into the cabinet.
It's so great, and sliding everything around. And honestly, as we get older, it's harder and harder to get down into those places and then get back up again. What can you do? You know, my favorite thing you do is spices. And every single time I use spice, this is actually almost, I think it might be my spice cabinet. I'm just kidding, it's not. But this is what most of our spice cabinets look like.
That's pretty similar to what we see every day. People have these little tiered things that they try to put in so they can see things better, but you pull one thing out and everything else falls out in front of it. It's so hard. Spices, there's many different solutions. This is one option for like an upper cabinet where we have these towers, these spice towers, and you pull it out and you can see everything that's in there, and there's nothing behind anything else. So you don't have to shuffle things around. Very, very simple, and works really well for an upper cabinet.
You even have a drawer, though. I've seen you do the drawer, which is my favorite.
Yeah, the drawer is really cool.
Oh, there it is.
If you have space in a lower cabinet, in this case, this is what we call a false front that was in front of this cooktop. And it wasn't a drawer at all. It was nothing there. It was just empty. And we put in a drawer, and then we have some dividers, and now you can put all of those spices into one drawer. You can see all the labels. Super, super convenient. Just
grab it, stick it in your stew right there when you're there. All right, what can ShelfGenie do with food storage? Because I know that's something that always gets me. I end up buying the same thing over and over, I feel like. And then I have like expired food in the back.
In the back, that's right. And so when you don't know what you have or you can't get to it, you can't see it, it gets lost, buy duplicates. So we do a lot of food pantries. And sometimes they're in cabinets like this where just regular shelves, but it's such a deep space and those items are so small that it's hard to get to the back and stuff gets lost. So we put in these shelves and we really optimize this, especially vertically, so that we use as much of the space as possible to maximize the storage. But everything pulls out so you can get to the back super easy.
What I love about you all, there's no space left unturned. Now this is a closet pantry, which is what I have, and that's the worst, I feel like.
Closet pantries, it's tough because there's so much more space available there that just gets really underutilized. And the builder, when they put product in there, it's like this wire shelving. It's just standard. They just put it in at whatever height, very big spacing usually, so there's a lot of wasted space. So we're really trying to optimize and get as much of that space usable as possible. So in this case, we had a couple, columns like that we used, similar to this one here. Where we've got it split into two different sections, and again, everything pulls out, so you pull it and it comes to you. You're not trying to shuffle around and look for things in the back.
And my kids aren't making a mess when they're looking for their snacks.
That's right, exactly.
You have a snack drawer, don't you?
We have a snack drawer. It's nicely divided and nicely organized, and the kids can get it on their own.
That's what's so great. All right, so let's say somebody's thinking, hey, this is a great holiday gift, or maybe I want to get this for somebody. What is the best way and easiest way to get a quote?
Give us a call.
Okay.
Call us and we will have a design consultation that's free. We come out and check out your space. We work with you to figure it all out, what's going to make sense, and then we'll give you a quote. That's really the best way, is to see it, and there's no obligation, and it's
That's
no
nice.
pressure. We just do a great job of informing you on what's possible.
Yeah, and you've done it in stages before, which we've talked to. Do you get a lot of people doing this for holiday gifts?
Oh yes, for sure.
Oh, really?
For sure, yeah. It's obviously what we do. Anybody we meet with now, it's not going to be done before the holidays, but
Well, obviously.
it really does make a perfect gift, because throughout the rest of the year, every single day, it's like a gift every day.
Honestly, if I found a Shelf Genie gift certificate in my stocking, this is the gift that keeps on giving.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Alan. I hope you have a very, very happy holiday season. It's so good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
And also, Shelf Genie has a special offer as a holiday gift for our New Day viewers. The first 15 New Day callers will get a free professional design consultation and free installation. So there you have it. Can't miss on that.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by ShelfGenie.